we are learning more about refugees staying at Fort McCoy. Well, good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this Sunday morning. I'm Taylor Lazenby, and we're going to get straight to it with our weather this Sunday morning with Julian Seawright. Good morning, Julian.
Good morning, Taylor. And that's right, we're going to take a quick look at our current conditions. As we're waking up this morning, we are seeing some pretty good sunshine that's starting to peek its way through. A beautiful sunrise for us here in Madison. Right now, 76 degrees, and if you were expecting it to not be so humid today, well, I'm sorry, I have some bad news for us. It's 70 degrees and our dew points to start off for our morning, so it's already to the muggy and uncomfortable spot. And our temperatures are relatively warm waking up this morning into those middle to upper 60s, especially around Lone Rock with 69 degrees, 72 degrees in Boscobel, and we're over into 74 degrees for Watertown with 75 in Janesville. Our dew points were into those middle to upper 60s as well, especially into the west. Not as muggy as it is over into Watertown, Juneau, and further east as we're looking into those lower 70s for us. As we're planning out our day, however, we are looking for a little warmer temperatures, but the humidity is really going to be the factor for us. We might see a stray shower later in this afternoon, but we'll keep you updated coming up. Over to you, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you. Well, 5 Republican members of the state congressional delegation toured Fort McCoy on Friday afternoon. We learned about 2,000 of these refugees are currently staying there. Fort McCoy and U.S. defense officials continue to say that refugees arriving there have been thoroughly vetted even before landing in the U.S. The refugees are currently in the process of getting special immigration visas, but lawmakers visiting on Friday say that they're still concerned since no one has that paperwork already, and that some of these refugees could pose a possible threat.
We saw our troops here providing comfort and aid to individuals who escaped from Afghanistan. I still have some very significant questions that I'll be following up with the Biden administration on regarding the vetting process of individuals who've exited Kabul, come through the lily pads, vetted through Dulles, and ultimately arriving here at Camp McCoy.
The facility has a capacity to hold as many as 10,000 refugees, and many could stay there for up to 2 to 4 weeks, but it wasn't clear where they would head after that time frame. Also, new information this morning about a deadly apartment fire on Madison's west side on Wednesday. The Dane County Medical Examiner is identifying the victim as 63-year-old Myra Smith. Now, fire crews found her dead inside one of the units at Summit Hill Apartments. That fire displaced 27 other people. The cause has not yet been released. And if you're feeling a little tired and worn out right now, you may be forgetting to take care of yourself. News 3 Now this morning's Chris Stanford and Leah Lynchine share more about self-care.
With everything going on right now, everyone could use a little self-care.
What does that really mean? What are some simple things you can do to help take care of you? SSM Health's Dr. Rupashan joining us now with more. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So how do you define self-care?
So self-care can mean different things to different people. To me, it means prioritizing yourself. I think self-care used to be thought of as a luxury, something that was self-indulgent, conjuring up images of spas and retreats, but now we know that it's much more than that. It's engaging in any activity that you purposely are promoting your physical, your mental, your emotional health. It's anything that enhances your overall well-being and your wellness. And it's important because in this time where we're feeling overwhelmed and a lot of stress, these are the things that are going to energize us and kind of bring us some joy back into our lives.
What are some ways we can do that?
So exercise definitely is at the top of my list. Lots of benefits. We know that it can boost our moods, it can reduce stress, but eating healthy as well. Nutritious foods that keep our minds alert, keep us focused. Things like green leafy vegetables, fruits and berries that have those antioxidants we've been talking about, fatty fish, nuts, those types of things really boost our nutrition. The other thing that I like to focus on is decluttering your space, whether this is at your home or your office. When we have clean spaces around us, we have fewer things to distract us, and this is much more calming for our minds. And then the last thing I would say is make sure you get a good night's sleep. I can't stress this one enough. Lack of sleep, we know, is linked to increased cortisol levels, which is that stress hormone. And increased stress over time, we know, makes us fatigued and can cause cravings for certain carbs and sugars and sweets and things like that. So getting a good night's rest is vital to self-care as well.
Mindfulness is also a big part of the conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Mindfulness is the ability to sort of be fully present and aware of the present moment. When we're doing this, we're not being reactive to things that are going on around us. We're not being distracted or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. So a daily mindfulness practice can be a really vital part of self-care. It can help calm our minds. And when we're more calm, it's going to benefit the people around us. We can have healthier relationships with our friends, our family, and even coworkers.
All right, so what are some of your favorite ways to incorporate mindfulness into your day?
Yeah, so one of the things that I do is kind of what I call a mindful morning. I wake up and I give myself enough time in the morning where I just add an extra 10 minutes to my routine, so I'm not rushing out the door in the morning. I wake up, I don't look at my phone immediately, grab a cup of coffee, maybe sit in a sunny part of your house, and take some deep cleansing breaths. 3 is usually what I do, just breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And then set your intention for the day. So you can ask yourself any questions like, what do I need to do today to take better care of myself? Or what quality of mind do I want to strengthen and work on today? Or just simple things like, when things get tough today during the day, how do I want to be kind and compassionate to myself? And then as the day goes on, sort of checking in with yourself and returning back to your intention. And it can be really centering throughout a chaotic and busy day.
All right, Dr. Rupa Shah, where can everybody find you on social media?
So you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
Doctor, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you again.
Back to you.
Our time right now is 7:06. Coming up, we have your eye on entertainment news. Plus, here's a live look outside of New Orleans. Julian is tracking your Sunday morning forecast. That's all coming up next.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Nariva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance, yes please. Nariva, think bigger.
If laundry stinks, it could be bacteria. Untouchable stink protection. Detergent alone doesn't kill all odor-causing bacteria. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9%. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Now, we're going to start off our coverage this morning with our tracking of Hurricane Ida. Now, we did mention this earlier this morning. Hurricane Ida, as of right now, is a Category 4 hurricane, having sustained winds from the update from the National Hurricane Center. We're looking at 150 miles per hour winds being sustained with this storm that is looking to track its way into Louisiana in the next few hours. So that's something we're going to be keeping an eye on. If you have any friends or family near where this track of the storm is going to be moving, make sure that you reach out to them and that they get into their safe space. Now, I'm bringing it back to southern Wisconsin as of right now. We do have a flash flood watch in effect for Kickapoo River over until noon today. Now, as we take a look, however, we're not looking at a whole lot of showers popping up on our radar, which is good news. We're looking at some sunshine rolling in. Still have some cloud cover, but the thing is, we're looking at temperatures to be on the warmer side, and that humidity is definitely going to make it feel even more muggier. We're going to be seeing clouds come and go throughout the course of our morning, and as we get into the afternoon, we have chances of seeing some spot-up showers, especially just outside of Janesville as we go into our afternoon hours. But for the most part, it's going to be a pretty quiet day. We may see some clouds, but some sunshine will be there, and the temperatures won't be too high, but definitely will be humid. As we get into tonight, we're going to be looking a bit cooler, and the humidity is going to start to dwindle as we start off our next week, which is going to be leading us to some more mild conditions. The three things we need to know: mild conditions into next week, good thing. We're looking at cooler temperatures for the next few days as well, and it's going to be a dry pattern we're going to be entering into. As that hurricane starts to make landfall, we're going to be seeing much of the moisture being zapped out of the upper Midwest, and so we're looking for much more calmer conditions for the next few days. Now, as we take a look at our current conditions, waking up this morning, 76 degrees as of right now with 70-degree dew points. It's still very muggy. As we're looking at dew points, especially from Madison east, we're looking at 70-degree dew points and up. And then over to the west, just a bit into the 60s, but still uncomfortable and still onto the muggier side. So as you're planning out your day, expect it to be still a little warm and a little muggy. So you might want to still wear a little bit of light clothing and still stay hydrated, because you're definitely going to sweat today as those dew points are still into those 70s. Now, as we take a look at our next few days, we are looking for much more pleasant conditions, especially as we see humidity for today. Might see a stray shower or thunderstorm later on today. But then we're looking at a lot more drier conditions, 80s and then those 70s. It's going to feel a whole lot cooler for the next few days, especially as we get into our 10 days. And then going into next weekend, we're looking for more chances of seeing some showers and storms. But Taylor, it's looking pretty good for us for the next few days. Gotta love it.
All right, Julian. Thank you so much.
I'm hyping it up, right?
You are hyping it up.
I'm excited because it's been hot. I'm tired.
Oh, I agree. Thank you, Julian.
I appreciate it.
Well, it's a new era for Downtown Abbey fans, and one of the world's biggest pop stars requires more than a ticket to enter his upcoming concerts. Anthony Upura has your Eye on Entertainment report.
Fans attending Harry Styles' U.S. Love on Tour shows will be required to show proof of full COVID-19 vaccination or proof of a negative COVID test within 48 hours of entry, and all attendees must wear a mask. At least two venues, New York and San Jose, will only allow fully vaccinated guests to attend. Styles kicks off his U.S. tour September 4th in Las Vegas. The newest Downton Abbey film has a new title and a new release date. Downton Abbey, A New Era, arrives in theaters in March of 2022. It was previously scheduled for this Christmas. Dominic West and Hugh Dancy are among the newcomers to the cast.
You know who gets rewarded? People who don't follow the rules. It's time we start bending them a little.
And Kristen Bell stars as a frustrated suburban housewife who, along with her best friend, concocts a plan to scam corporations through a coupon scheme in the upcoming film Queen Pin.
All of these free coupons come from one factory. It's like Robin Hood. We gotta steal these coupons and sell them to families who really need them.
Vince Vaughn plays a postal inspector who vows to take them down. Kirby Howell-Baptiste co-stars. Queen Pins arrives in theaters September 10th. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, coming up, COVID's dangerous trend and the latest data on the Delta variant. Plus, over 800,000 pounds of Italian meat recalled. That's this morning's top health stories. Those are just ahead on News 3 Now this Sunday morning.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team for your most accurate forecast.
Since 1976, Feldco stood the test of time. It's Feldco's 45th anniversary! Time to get down! To celebrate Feldco's 45th anniversary, get 45% off windows today. That's cause for a celebration.
45% off windows won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors, Invisalign.
Expertly tailored eye care. State-of-the-art eye exams. High-quality lenses and frames. Because everything we do at LensCrafters is for every sight that makes your life special. Book your annual eye exam now. LensCrafters. Because sight.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. Well, now to our pandemic news. A new study finds troubling news concerning the Delta variant and the unvaccinated. This as new infections now average more than 150,000 a day. That's up just 21% in just the last 14 days. CBS News has more on the dangerous trend and the latest data on Delta.
COVID patients are overwhelming hospitals from coast to coast, driving the summer surge, the Delta variant, which a new study finds more than doubles the risk of hospitalization for the unvaccinated. ERs like this one in Atlanta are turning ambulances away.
It's difficult at this point to find a single hospital that's not on some type of diversion.
In 7 states, more than 90% of ICU beds are full. Alabama has 0 beds left in its ICUs, prompting a rush in vaccinations.
I had COVID once, and I don't have no intentions of catching it again.
Nationwide, deaths from COVID are up 355% since early July. Louisiana hit a record high this week. In South Carolina, this funeral home has never seen more COVID deaths.
Put a stress not only on us, but the families we serve.
But there are stories of survival.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ralph. I admitted you to the hospital. So good to see you.
One of Colorado's first COVID patients returned to serenade the doctors who saved him.
The biggest thank you that anyone can give their healthcare providers to go get their COVID vaccine.
Jacob, who spent 20 days in the hospital last spring, got his vaccination, as did almost 60% of those eligible here in LA County, though that's still short of the 70% experts say is needed for herd immunity. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, the USDA is warning consumers about a recall of 862,000 pounds of Italian antipasto because of its salmonella contamination. Fertali Beretta is saying that the recall includes 24-ounce trays of uncured Italian-style meat sold at Costco. Now, the CDC has connected the company's charcuterie assortment to salmonella outbreaks with cases in now 17 states. While there have been no fatalities, the CDC has reported 36 illnesses and 12 hospitalizations between May and late July. Now, people who have purchased the product can return it at their local Costco or call call the company's hotline. And there's still another half hour of news still ahead here on News 3 Now this Sunday morning. Next, we're running through this morning's top stories. Plus, we are tracking Hurricane Ida as it's gaining high speeds and expected to make landfall later this afternoon. We'll be right back.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Everybody.
It's a beach body.
Let's go, beach body.
Bring that heat.
Keep up with me.
Keep breathing.
I didn't say it would be easy. I said it would be worth it.
It's not about a size. It's a feeling. Are you in?
Everybody is a beach body.
What's yours?
I'm Grace. Did you just move here?
Yeah.
Cool.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
In this ad, pay attention to the actor's gums. Gums? We don't think about them. But like skin, over time, gums can get damaged. Colgate Gum Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
Let's go!
Everybody.
It's a beach body.
Let's go, beach body.
Bring that heat.
Keep up with me.
Keep breathing. I didn't say it would be easy. I said it would be worth it.
It's not about a size. It's a feeling. Are you in?
Everybody is a beach body.
When the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County launched their back-to-school supplies drive, News 3 Now wanted to help and took action right away.
We need to fill my canoe with school supplies. Boatloads of school supplies is our goal today.
We put the call out, and you responded.
Dozens and dozens of backpacks, supplies, pencils, notebooks.
Man, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, you all helped us secure about $40,000 in supplies for kids in this community.
News 3 Now, taking action where our community needs it most.
Well, right now, family and friends in Fenimore are making sure veterans get the recognition they deserve. Well, good morning. Welcome to News 3 Now this Sunday morning. I'm Taylor Lazenby, and we're going to turn our attention to Julian Seawright, who is tracking our weather this Sunday morning. Julian, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Pretty good, you know.
From all the way over there.
Yeah, from miles away from you. Well, good morning, everybody. We are tracking our weather for us, but we're also tracking one of the biggest headlines in the weather world as of right now, because we're looking at a very dangerous hurricane that is moving into the Gulf as of right now. It is a Category 4 Hurricane Ida. This morning has strengthened and intensified to a Category 4 with winds at 150 miles per hour. We've looked at reports that it could, before hitting landfall, look at max sustained winds at 155 miles per hour. That is very hitting the scratch of the surface of being a Category 5 hurricane, and there's only been a few hurricanes in history on the Gulf that have been that strong. So that's something we're going to be keeping an eye on throughout the rest of this morning. If you have any friends or family within the Louisiana area, make sure that they are getting into their safe spot throughout the rest of today and for the next few days as that hurricane looks to make landfall. But as of right now, current conditions in Madison, 76 degrees, dew points at 70 degrees. We're looking at muggy conditions waking up this morning, and it's going to be muggy throughout the rest of today. Temperatures are into the 70s, especially into the east. East, where we're looking at 77 degrees for Milwaukee, 73 for Juneau, but a little bit cooler into the west with Viroqua at 65 degrees. Dew points, however, we are still looking at the muggy conditions. 60s, 70s, a bit more east. Definitely muggy, definitely uncomfortable, definitely tropical. So throughout today, make sure you're wearing some light clothing, staying hydrated, because it's going to be one that'll make you sweat. Back to you, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, take a look at this. These are new pictures this morning of Hurricane Ida, as Julian mentioned, but from an astronaut, Megan MacArthur, at the International Space Station. MacArthur tweeted these pictures and said that she's hoping that everyone in its path stays safe. Ida is gaining strength right now in the Gulf of Mexico, forcing evacuations in New Orleans on that 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Ida is now a dangerous Category 4 hurricane, but we want to keep our thoughts and prayers to all those that will be affected. And we're following a developing story out of Afghanistan this morning. A security alert has been issued at the Kabul airport, asking all U.S. citizens to leave the area immediately. Now, this breaking news comes on the heels of what the Pentagon is calling a successful drone strike in retaliation to Thursday's deadly bombing at the airport. Military leaders say that they're ready for even more action.
The threats are still very real. They're very dynamic, and we are monitoring them literally in real time. And as I said yesterday, we're taking all the means necessary to make sure we remain focused on that threat stream and doing what we can for force protection.
Well, this is new video from the aftermath of Friday's strike. Pentagon officials say they killed 2 high-profile ISIS targets. The president says the U.S. plans to complete its withdrawal by Tuesday. But Biden released a statement yesterday echoing the Pentagon, saying the threat of attacks at the Kabul airport remain high. Now, Biden says he's been informed by his commanders that an attack is highly likely in the next 24 to 36 hours. Meanwhile, we're learning more about the 13 U.S. service members killed in Thursday's attack. You are taking a look at pictures right now of Navy Corpsman Maxton Selvik and Corporal Deacon Page. Now, the Pentagon released the names of all of those that were killed earlier Saturday. Afghan officials say more than 170 people died during that attack. Well, family and friends in Fenimore are making sure that our veterans get a recognition that they deserve. Archalil Muladeen joined the group for a rededication ceremony on Saturday.
This street in Fenimore is getting some new signage thanks to one veteran's proud daughter. And though the changes may be small, the impact is pretty big.
Tammy Derrickson's wish to see the honorary signs upgraded on 12th Street, better known as Memorial Drive, is coming true.
54 years have gone by, and the city of Fenimore still remembers my dad.
In 1970, the city first dedicated the street to 3 young servicemen who were killed within a year of one another in Vietnam. A community tragedy that for families still feels like it was yesterday.
It's just something you don't forget, and you don't want to forget it either.
But for people who aren't personally connected to these men, remembering isn't always easy.
Because people are moving away that know the story, or passing away or whatever, so I didn't want the story to get lost.
The story is about Donald Smith, Pete Novinska, and Francis Mulvey, 3 friends who grew up together on the same street, and a community that continues to honor their courage.
It means that people didn't forget. And sometimes I think we all think nobody gives a damn. But obviously they do.
The new signs, unlike the old ones, feature the names of all 3 men, the dates they died, and a dedication in their honor.
So that if somebody would walk by or drive by, they would have something to start with.
There are 3 of these new signs in total, and as for the old signs, those are being given to the families of the fallen men. In Fenimore, Tahir Muhiddin, News 3 Now.
Well, now we're going to turn our attention to our virus headlines. If you're having a hard time getting your hands on an at-home COVID test, well, you're not alone. Abbott Laboratories says that its supply of at-home tests may be constrained in the coming weeks as demand grows to unprecedented levels. A spokesperson says that they're scaling up manufacturing as the Delta variant becomes the dominant strand. Right now, the test is out of stock for online orders via Walgreens and Kroger. And an antibody treatment that was shelved earlier this year because it wasn't effective against COVID is now being brought back to the market. The U.S. paused the distribution of one antibody treatment in June because it wasn't effective against the Beta and Gamma variants. Now studies show it's working against the Delta variant. And as new COVID cases rise throughout the state, so do our efforts to find ways to get those who are most hesitant vaccinated. Our Adam Duxer explains how one Rock County community is doing its part.
So I want you to put your arm at your side and be nice and relaxed with your shoulders.
For Travis Phillips,
I just thought it would be safer for myself and for my family.
This is a moment months in the making.
Even though I had such strong reservations about it, and I think part of me even still does. But the overlying part of this, the bigger picture for me was the safety of myself and my family.
Today, Travis and his wife, Lisa,
No COVID in the past 10 days.
made the decision to get vaccinated against COVID-19.
As you see people very sick, and I don't want that. And I don't want that for him either.
And the two weren't alone in waiting. Their neighborhood, surrounding Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Beloit, has vaccination rates just over 30%, the lowest in the county and among the lowest in south central Wisconsin.
When we started as a church looking at the numbers coming out of Beloit as far as vaccination rates, we became concerned. And so the question comes, what can we do?
To plan for today's event, the church, along with SSM Health, sent out over 600 postcards in multiple languages. And while just a handful of people came out today,
That's 7 more people that were not vaccinated before today. So we take that as a total victory.
A victory not just for the church,
And then this is yours.
but for the people getting the shot too.
You have to weigh what's important to you. And in this case, my family, I felt that they deserved everything I could do to keep them safe.
We've been married 35 years, so kind of want to be around a couple.
In the city of Beloit, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Well, Phillips says while he had reservations about the vaccine, the full FDA approval earlier this week was enough for him to feel comfortable getting the shot. And in more local news, a crash on Friday night at Madison International Speedway sent 2 people to the hospital. 2 of the race cars collided and then hit a truck on the track, which then rolled over, leaving 2 people inside that truck hurt. They're both expected to be okay. And 1 person died in a single car crash in Greene County on Friday night. It all happened on State Highway 78 in the town of York. Now, officials there say that the car drove into a ditch and then turned over several times. The driver's name has not yet been released, and this crash still remains under investigation. Well, coming up after 1-year hiatus, the World Naked Bike Ride has returned right here to Madison. Plus, a local family who's helping those fight the Alzheimer's disease, just making it a little bit easier. That's all coming up next on News 3 Now this Sunday morning.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile?
Who's ready to
So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Nariva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance? Yes, please. Nariva, think bigger.
Welcome back. Well, every 65 seconds, someone in America develops Alzheimer's disease. Now, those of us who've seen our loved ones battle it know just how tough it can be. Our Christina Laurie introduces us to one local family who's helping make that fight a little easier.
This weekend, Mum's the word, but this is no secret. It's the O'Malley's annual Mum's Sale, raising money and awareness for the Alzheimer's Association.
My dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 8 years ago.
Joanne's dad is one of more than 5 million Americans currently battling the disease, a number that's expected to triple in the next 40 years.
It's just sad to see, his retirement taken away, and then my mom's as well.
Alzheimer's is not only tough on people who have it, but their family and friends. 11 million people, including Joanne's mom, provide unpaid care.
I think he a lot of times remembers who we are, but not quite specifically how we fit in. Like, is she a daughter? Is she a spouse of one of my children?
The disease can also be confusing to total strangers. What do you say? What can you do?
With my dad, he'll crack jokes and they maybe don't make sense, but we just go with the flow.
Over the past 8 years, the O'Malleys have learned to be patient, compassionate, flexible.
And, he'll be telling us a story, and you just got to agree with them and just go along with them and say, yep.
But also focused on doing their part to create a world without Alzheimer's.
That's kind of our goal, not only to raise money, but to bring awareness.
In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
Well, the O'Malley sale was supposed to run all weekend long, but the family already sold out, selling 1,200 mums in just less than 6 hours. That means they raised a total of $7,500. If you'd still like to make a difference, you can sign up for the Madison's Walk Against Alzheimer's. That will be held in October. And after a one-year hiatus, the World Naked Bike Ride returned back to Madison. Now, Saturday's ride with bikers bearing as much as they dare went all around the city. The route wasn't made public to the public, but there was a public viewing spot at a local park. One spectator we talked to there said that she would never join in on the ride, but needed to check out those who did.
I've heard about this race many years, and I've never been able to see it or cheer him on, so I thought today was the day. Well, I'm a pretty open person when it comes to this kind of thing, and I thought, good for them.
Organizers say the ride supports messages of independence from fossil fuels and automobiles, as well as body image positivity. And we are continuing our back-to-school coverage this morning with how schools in the Madison School District are trying to tackle racism head-on. Now, district leaders tell us that they're trying to take a new daring approach during a time when the schools are under a great deal of scrutiny. Now, this year's budget lays out a plan to dismantle white supremacy culture and understands present-day systems of oppression and committing to becoming an anti-racist organization.
Our education system up until, historically has been very Eurocentric, and we are trying now to really center the experiences of all of our student groups.
Well, our Chris Stanford has been looking into what this will all look like in the classroom. You can watch his special report on Monday on News 3 Now this morning. And MMSD has a virtual option for school this year, but you'll have to act fast. Now, the district is offering remote learning for any student between the ages of pre-K, and the 5th grade. Now, parents have until Monday to fill out an online interest form. The district will then let families know by Tuesday if their child will be enrolled in that virtual program. We have a link to that form that's up on our website at channel3000.com. And we all know our local educators can be some of the most important jobs in helping set up our kids for success in the future. All of that same goes for our coaches here in the 608, like Katie Brown. Now, she's entering her 17th year as a wrestling coach at Parkview School District. Well, that's right. Now, she is a female coach in a male-dominated sport, and she wouldn't have it any other way.
The character building that we do is probably the most important thing I think that we do.
Well, Coach Katie's positivity shines bright on the wrestling deck, and she's pushing youth athletes to do and be their very best. But it's the battle that she's wrestling with behind that smile that the village is coming together to support her. Well, you'll hear about it more on tomorrow morning on News 3 Now this morning. Our Josh Bryder reports on why this Ofordville community is standing with Team Katie and what you can do to help. Well, coming up, an incredible reunion more than 70 years in the making. Started with an American soldier and just 3 small children. Plus, we are taking a live look outside. This is out of New Orleans as we are tracking Hurricane Ida is expected to make landfall. But first, if you have a little one that's turning 3 soon, of course, let us know so we can share and celebrate with them on our TV screens.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G for free.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Get the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G for free with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Impossible. Zero Sugar Chobani is here.
Zero Sugar Chobani has zero sugar?
Zero sugar.
Define zero.
And it's lactose-free.
Naturally.
And 60 calories? Impossibly delicious.
Impossible.
Make your summer last during the Ford Labor Day sales event. Now is still a great time to buy a Ford. Choose from our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years, and from the freshest lineup of SUVs in America. It's the Ford Labor Day sales event. Drive one, buy one today. Right now, get a built Ford Tough F-150 XLT with 0% financing for 72 months. Hurry to see your local dealer during the Ford Labor Day sales event.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers get paid training to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. Army National Guard soldiers are learning skills that can set them up for success with companies looking to hire the best.
The Army National Guard basically built my resume for me.
Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
Announcing another Best of Madison 2021 award. And the winner is Wollersheim Winery, Distillery and Bistro. Best Winery, Best Distillery. For a list of all the 2021 Best of Madison winners, pick up the August issue of Madison Magazine.
In this ad, pay attention to the actor's gums. Gums? We don't think about them. But like skin, over time, gums can get damaged. Colgate Gum Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
If laundry stinks, it could be bacteria. Untouchable stink protection. Detergent alone doesn't kill all odor-causing bacteria. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9%. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to take a quick look at Hurricane Ida as we are tracking here with the first News 3 First Weather Team. We are looking at Hurricane Ida right now. It is Category 4. We're looking at winds being sustained as of right now with 150 miles per hour. It is just 7 miles per hour off from being a Category 5. This is going to be a very extremely dangerous hurricane once it hits landfall within the next few hours. The gusts that are sustained with this storm as of right now are also 185 miles per hour, and it's moving northwest at 15 miles per hour. If you have any family that are within the Gulf, especially in Louisiana, make sure that you reach out to them and that they're in their safe space, because as I mentioned before, this is an extremely dangerous hurricane that is looking to make landfall in the next few hours. And we'll keep you updated with that hurricane throughout the course of the day here. But taking it back to here in southern Wisconsin, not a whole lot on our radar. We did have some showers pop up earlier this morning, but for right now, we're looking pretty clear. However, some clouds are still sticking around for us. And as we get into the rest of our morning, we're still looking for clouds to be here and there throughout our sky. Not a whole lot of sun over into the west, but still the sun will be there. We're looking at temperatures to warm into about the middle 80s. And then as we get into the afternoon, still pretty decently conditioned. However, we are looking for mostly into the east. Some spot-up showers could be popping into our viewing area. But then as we get into tonight, we're looking for a lot more clearer conditions and cooler conditions as well as we get things rolling for our new week. And as 3 things we'll need to know because of the cooler conditions on the way and with that hurricane making landfall, we're looking for a lot more mild, dry, and cooler conditions for us. Temperatures are going to be around the 80s to 70s. We're looking at a lot more dry conditions as well. So it's going to feel pretty good because not a lot of humidity as well. And then for right now, as we're waking up this morning, 76 degrees in Madison with 70-degree dew points as we're getting things rolling for us. And it is definitely very sticky as we're waking up this morning, especially into the eastern side of southern Wisconsin. Janesville, 73-degree dew points as of right now. And into the west, we're looking at those lower 60s as well. And for planning our day, make sure you are wearing some light clothing and you're staying hydrated, because today is another day where you're going to sweat a lot because of all that humidity. Temperatures won't be too high, but with that heat index because of the humidity, it's definitely going to be a warm one. And we are looking at a chance of seeing a scattered shower as we get into our afternoon into around the evening hours. Now for the next few days, however, as I mentioned, we're looking at a lot more dry conditions and temperatures are going to be into those 70s. It's going to feel very good as we're going into the next few days. That's something to keep an eye on as we move in throughout, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, beginning today, thousands of new Badgers are moving into campus residence halls. That means a handful of our downtown streets are going to be closed. Among them, Park Street from University Avenue to Langdon Street, and on Dayton Street from Lake Street to Park Street. Now, all of these closures will be in place from about 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. until Thursday. And Panera is blazing into the fight with a new drink it calls a cinnamon crunch latte. Though it lacks a pumpkin flavor, the restaurant is definitely aiming to swipe the market share away from Starbucks. Now, the chain issued a statement saying that, let's face it, cinnamon crunch trumps pumpkin. Well, Panera is waiting until Wednesday to launch its new drink, while Starbucks rolled out its pumpkin spice latte on Tuesday. And it's an incredible reunion, more than 70 years in the making. It started with an American soldier and 3 small kids meeting at gunpoint. That's in today's Take a Look at This.
An amazing and emotional reunion in an Italian airport between a World War II veteran and a group of siblings he almost shot dead during the war 77 years ago. 97-year-old Martin Adler tells the story of searching for Germans in an Italian village during the war. When he heard movement in a straw basket, he prepared to open fire, then a life-changing moment.
The mother came screaming out, "Bambini, bambini." Babies, babies. They were children in straw baskets.
Adler ended up giving chocolate bars to the kids and posing for a photo with them. 77 years later, after successfully locating the now-grown siblings with the help of social media, Adler was reunited with them in Bologna. And like before, he came bearing chocolate bars as gifts. The siblings described the reunion as emotional and beautiful. If that didn't make you smile, maybe this will. A pair of Wisconsin homeowners are posting goofy dad jokes in their yard as motivation to keep a neighbor on her feet.
I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's today. His mom got really mad.
The jokes may be groan-inducing, but neighbor Neva Fett loves them. Since having back surgery, Fett is supposed to walk daily and credits her neighbor's creativity for keeping her moving.
If I don't go, I'll miss the joke of the day.
So how does the couple decide on the jokes? By testing them on their teenage daughter.
If she rolled her eyes on it, then we know, well, that's a good dad joke.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, make sure to make News 3 part of your weekly routine by downloading the Channel 3000 app for the latest headlines and weather conditions 24/7. But first, doctors with SSM Health share the importance of a little self-care.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR financing for 60 months, plus $750 TFS APR cash on a new 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Highlander. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We would never hit 12 drunk.
Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
A local high school wrestling coach, breaking barriers in her profession, is now battling the biggest opponent of her life. The drive that keeps her going and the community behind her in the 608. Monday on News 3 Now this morning. Madison schools tackle racism through a new approach to its curriculum.
What we have been teaching our students doesn't tell the full truth from different perspectives.
Chris Stanford shows you what the plan will look like in your child's classroom. Monday on News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Well, if you're feeling tired and a bit worn out right now, you may be forgetting to take a little time for yourself. As News 3 Now this morning's Chris Stanford and Leah Lindshine share and tell us more about self-care.
With everything going on right now, everyone could use a little self-care.
What does that really mean? What are some simple things you can do to help take care of you? SSM Health's Dr. Rupa Shah joining us now with more. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So how do you define self-care?
So self-care can mean different things to different people. To me, it means prioritizing yourself. I think self-care used to be thought of as a luxury, something that was self-indulgent, conjuring up images of spas and retreats, but now we know that it's much more than that. It's engaging in any activity that you purposely are promoting your physical, your mental, your emotional health. It's anything that enhances your overall well-being and your wellness. And it's important because in this time where we're feeling overwhelmed and a lot of stress, these are the things that are going to energize us and kind of bring us some joy back into our lives.
What are some ways we can do that?
So exercise definitely is at the top of my list. Lots of benefits. We know that it can boost our moods, it can reduce stress, but eating healthy as well. Nutritious foods that keep our minds alert, keep us focused. Things like green leafy vegetables, fruits and berries that have those antioxidants we've been talking about, fatty fish, nuts, those types of things really boost our nutrition. The other thing that I like to focus on is decluttering your space, whether this is at your home or your office, when we have clean spaces around us, we have fewer things to distract us, and this is much more calming for our minds. And then the last thing I would say is make sure you get a good night's sleep. I can't stress this one enough. Lack of sleep, we know, is linked to increased cortisol levels, which is that stress hormone. And increased stress over time, we know, makes us fatigued and can cause cravings for certain carbs and sugars and sweets and things like that. So getting a good night's rest is vital to self-care as well.
Mindfulness is also a big part of the conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Mindfulness is the ability to sort of be fully present and aware of the present moment. When we're doing this, we're not being reactive to things that are going on around us. We're not being distracted or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. So a daily mindfulness practice can be a really vital part of self-care. It can help calm our minds. And when we're more calm, it's going to benefit the people around us. We can have healthier relationships with our friends, our family, and even coworkers.
All right, so what are some of your favorite ways to incorporate mindfulness into your day?
Yeah, so one of the things that I do is kind of what I call a mindful morning. I wake up and I give myself enough time in the morning where I just add an extra 10 minutes to my routine, so I'm not rushing out the door in the morning. I wake up, I don't look at my phone immediately, grab a cup of coffee, maybe sit in a sunny part of your house, and take some deep cleansing breaths. 3 is usually what I do, just breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And then set your intention for the day. So you can ask yourself any questions like, what do I need to do today to take better care of myself? Or what quality of mind do I want to strengthen and work on today? Or just simple things like, when things get tough today during the day, how do I want to be kind and compassionate to myself? And then as the day goes on, sort of checking in with yourself and returning back to your intention. And it can be really centering throughout a chaotic and busy day.
All right, Dr. Rupa Shah, where can everybody find you on social media?
So you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
Doctor, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you again.
Back to you.
Well, take a look at this. It's an Alabama officer that's turning heads because he looks just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Meet Lieutenant Eric Fields, and he has been with the Morgan County Sheriff's Office for 17 years. Now, authorities say some local residents sometimes say that they want to meet the deputy that looks like The Rock. Some people even made TikTok videos that compare pictures of Fields and the former wrestler turned actor. The 37-year-old Fields says it's about a running joke right now for him for the past few years, and adds that he even sometimes does an imitation of Johnson. Now, they definitely do favor each other.
Yeah, they definitely do. I wonder if he has like a Kevin Hart sidekick that he does right along with.
That's cute. I didn't think of that. That's funny.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I wonder what Rock impersonations were. I didn't really follow him when he was a wrestler. So.
Really?
No, sorry. Sorry.
Wow.
But I know he's a great actor.
Taylor, you're so uncultured.
Oh!
As we take a quick look at our 10-day forecast, folks, we're going to be seeing temperatures really getting to more pleasant and comfortable conditions rolling in. So definitely something to put our smile on our face.
Yeah, I'm so hurt. I'm gonna have to meet you outside on that one.
Okay, I'm gonna go to HR.
And that will do it for us this morning. We'll see you guys.